Hello and welcome to 1 Minute Architecture. We will continue our archive series talking about the background, how I started my company Vendor Architects here in Tokyo 20 years ago. And today I want to talk about working experience. Working experience is really part of becoming an architect, and in many countries you don't only have to study for 5 years to become an architect. Working experience is mandatory in many countries as part of the process of becoming an architect. Here in Japan, many of the interns are actually unpaid work, and they make crazy hours, up to 12 hours a day for 6 to 7 days a week in these Japanese ateliers. There has been controversy and outcry on Japanese architects having only interns working in their office and still being awarded prestigious projects, such as, for example, the Serpentine pavilion that was awarded to Junya Ishigami in 2019. Basically only having interns doing all the work for him. When I worked for Hara, I did get paid. And this is some of the work that I did. I made a lot of models. I made this model for the Kyoto station, and I also made a lot of drawings, such for example this drawing here for a school, the axonometric, the presentation drawing for the location of where this school was set. And we also worked on like some presentation models, such as this acrylic model here. So why do I think that internship is important? Well, first of all, it gave me the opportunity to come to Japan and to start my own company. So that's why this is part of this series. But I also think that you can learn so much by interning for like a well-known architect, or for an architect. It doesn't really need to be a well-known architect. It needs to be, I personally think you should go for an architect whose work you really like. And although I didn't really like everything that Hara did, I think I learned quite a lot about like how he treated his staff in a really nice way. There was never like an argument in the office. What I also learned about Hara's office was his philosophical background, his conceptual thinking that went behind these projects that we worked on. So for example, like in the Umeda Sky Tower, he talks about modalities, like a concept that I didn't really know about, or about phenomenology in space, which I thought also I didn't really understand, but which helped me to become curious about this. And to end this video, I want to share my experience of the first day when I arrived at Atelier phai. So I arrived on the agreed upon day and time, but there was no one there. I thought like, well, this is strange, like I'm supposed to be here. So I just waited at the entrance. It was just like one large open office. And then after a while I noticed, well, actually there are people in the office, because I heard some movement, and then I saw like people were sleeping under their desks. And like slowly people were getting up around 10 o'clock or so, and then including Hara. So everyone had slept over the weekend, finishing whatever they were doing. And this was the kind of experience that I was going to have in the next year.